every time.
It's back. It's back.
Okay.
All right, and we're back.
And we're back. Are we back on the stream? Are we back up in the hero's voice and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The
Okay.
pretty little elf was stunned by our magnitude. Our
You
sheer bulk entering the room.
Yeah.
Of course, it always happens that way.
Go for it, Blandina.
It's like I would look at Salvatore and I was like, all right, I know they just showed up. I don't even know where they came from, but I mean, we could certainly use 2 beefcakes like this. Do you trust them in battle, considering what we've experienced?
Do I trust them? Well, let's just say my ribs were broken, but not the heart of me. And I will say this: these 2 people, are a force to be reckoned with, and we will be glad 10 times over that they are on our side. I will share that much with you. They are typhoons in battle, and maybe a little bit on the smell as well.
Well,
yeah, your efforts in the Greenfields were very valuable. Waterdeep is indebted to you. And he grabs 2 sacks of coins and hands them both to Vokath and Tornking. Inside are 150 gold pieces. Underneath that is the contract with a harp on the bottom of it. You know, every 30 days that you guys stay on this, you know what I mean? It's like it's the 150 gold pieces, yada, 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 discovering the ordning, you know what I mean? Sign here, and you're a level 1 harper.
These damn recruiters.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Man, where's the Camaro?
Yeah.
Question. I have a question. What do we do with the bodies?
the bodies? Whatever do you mean?
That's a joke. He's kidding. He's kidding.
Henry kind of looks over at Vokath and, gives you a nod, like he sees your amulet of Tempest and just, you know what I mean? Like you sort of looks at you and she's like, this isn't the first time. You should have met my friend Manu. Good luck.
Well, as my, like, you see me and I look like a basic bitch. I'm wearing Ugg boots. I have Han Solo vest and leggings on. With a headband, you see, my high elf ears, really tall ears sticking out with, right now my hair's in a ponytail, so super platinum blonde, gorgeous hair, like striking eyes. And I reach into my bag and I pull out 2 Bradley mugs that are already full of pumpkin spice latte. And I walk up to Vokath and Torn. I say, welcome to Steel Team 6.
He's handing you a Stanley mug.
It's a Bradley mug.
Oh, Bradley. My bad. Bradley. It's a Bradley. Yeah.
Trademark.
I'll drink it.
Named after the tanks.
I'm just gonna sniff it.
I'll down it and just say more.
You can have mine.
There's more where that came from. Always.
Are you strong, little elf?
Salvatore looks like between them, and I want to make sure that I'm speaking like on behalf of Blandina before Blandina even has to say anything on her defense. They say, Blandina wields magic like you've never seen. Blandina is the only person I trust with scrolls that can summon demons. Blandina is small but mighty, much like those explosives we used on that one mission on the bridge.
But can she pick up my hammer? I don't go with anyone that can't lift my hammer. And I'll put the sledge down in front of her. Go on.
No. I don't.
No.
I don't deal with weapons like that.
I bring to you the might of the foe hammer. You lift my hammer, or I don't go.
I cast Mage Hand.
It's a cultural thing.
I cast Mage Hand, and then both my mage hand and we both slap him on either side of the face. Like, I don't touch weapons other than
Impressive.
my wand.
Go on. You know you want to. Pick it up.
Henry's like, let's keep this PC. And
Where I come from, I get slapped much harder.
Just to let you know, my unarmed strike deals 0 damage, so, you know.
You have a minus penalty. Is that?
actually, hurts her more.
Yeah.
But there'll be a lot of slaps from Blandina.
So really, you're not going to pick up the hammer?
No.
Again with this hammer.
I don't want to touch your hammer.
It's at the very least a test of strength, so that the foe hammer knows you are worthy.
I am no foe. I am a friend.
Okay, friend, pick it up.
My friends would pick my hammer up. What if...
All right. I will say this much. We all have degrees of vouching that one needs to honor and uphold. I assure you, Blandina's standards with magic would probably negate this union from ever happening, just as your hammer might negate many people from appearing unworthy. But we can't judge a fish for its ability to climb a tree, can we?
Smart one.
You have confused me with your big words. Fine, I take the hammer back.
I said fish climbing tree.
I look over at Salvatore's like, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah. Henry just like looks at you, Salvatore and Blandina, and is like, you guys have this is a good team. This is a good team. And starts like walking, picks up a sending stone, like, oh, I gotta take this.
Can I make an insight check to see if he believes that?
This guy's like, we're doomed. We're so doomed.
Dagnabbit Waybeard's also in there as well, with the, implied, hey, we only have 2 or 3 stores available. A lot of the folks, the Mithril Hall isn't very populated anymore because, Reginald Roundshield and crew took about 4,000 dwarves down to Gauntlegrim like a month ago. And they're down there doing stuff. For whatever that is. So that's kind of the arc that we're in right now, if anybody's familiar with it. But Dagnabbit Waybeard's like, she's got things to do, wants a quick private, conversation with Henry. They, walk, side by side to leave the room and leave you guys to it. Henry stops and is just like, we're doing our best with our friends in Candlekeep to uncover as much as we can. We know Epione uncovered only recently some sort of tomes that involve with, a potential elemental chaotic evil influencing some of these chieftains. Do your best to break whatever is corrupting, creating corruption amongst these chieftains. So, you have nothing more for me. I'm hit this teleport circle and bippity boppity boop on out of here. Boop on out of here. Boop on out of here.
Father Henry.
He's having a stroke.
I may be still new to this Faerun world, but you can count on SEAL Team 6. We'll get that information and get it to the Harpers and to everybody else.
He's got this, the Waterdeep Times, and he's like, still got you down as the grifters have perished by the hands of the Margasters for theft in Silvery Moon. So, well done. So we're gonna walk out of this room.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna walk out of this room, and we're gonna do our best and be like, you guys aren't who you guys are, and you guys can do. He's like, if you go down to down the hall. Right before the entrance, there's a store called Burton's. It's run by a small bearded gnome named Haley.
Let's go find this.
If you need anything else, this is your player's handbook store, just in case you forgot rope. And he's out. He leaves you guys to yourself. It's crickets. It's now just the four of you in this room. 4 sconces lit, crackling in the corner. There's a steel vase or a thing of water, and there's a tankard of beer because it's dwarves. Have at it. You guys are fully rested. It's about noon.
Has Volcath drank the drink yet?
No, I give it to you.
I'm staring at it and you just
It
hand it to
smells
me.
like dirt.
I love dirt.
I know you do, Fred. I know you do.
The hair in your
Yes.
knuckles. All right, so
I like the juxtaposition, or the what I mean, or the dichotomy of the two frail guys, and then the 2 beefcakes. Don't forget Harshnag's waiting outside. He's outside he's in like the main hall. He can't fit in most of these places, so he's just like sitting crisscross applesauce, the artist formerly known as Indian Style when I was in the 90s. So he's like sitting crisscross applesauce, out. You just imagine him next to a brazier that's big to you guys, but it's just kind of small to him, and he's kind of sitting next to it.
So we kill giants on this quest, right?
hopefully.
The biggest and toughest there are out there. Leaders, warriors, killers, lords.
I would say 2 big dudes, barbarians, and a Goliath. You know who Harshnag is. He's pretty much the, like the MVP of barbarians because of what is it, Task Force Gray? I think it was Force Gray from Waterdeep and stuff like that. He just doesn't hang out in Waterdeep. He's off doing his own thing, which is smiting other giants. You guys fully well know, for the sake of the butt sniffing, that Harshnag is pretty, he's the Abrams tank for you guys.
I'll let him know. It's like Harshnag here did some great work for us out there. If it weren't for him, we probably wouldn't have even gotten where we were before here.
But will he lift my hammer?
He would probably lift your hammer. I'm still not touching it, Volcath.
I'm going to bring you around on that, my little friend.
We'll see. We'll see.
Bit weird. You hear in the distance from a dwarf. Bit weird.
I'm gonna pack away the gold they gave me.
Okay.
I don't really care so much about that letter. I look at it.
Hey, you
and
don't sign it. You have your own agency. You want to be a Harper? Fine. Sorry, Ed Greenwood. He's a hater.
I'm okay to be. I'm okay to be a Harper. I'm okay to be a Harper. I just do I need paper for that? I'm like, paperwork.
Yeah, I just
Sign,
fold it
sign,
up, put it in my
friends.
pocket, strap the gold.
Do we need anything before we go?
Yes,
My
but
axe
apparently
first,
I'm not
love.
getting it.
This hammer thing.
I feel like
Let's-
it's a
let's-
metaphor,
let's-
bro.
Let's chalk it up. Let's chalk it up to character development, shall we? Like you said,
It's fine.
a man of your persuasive, holy talents, no doubt, can show Blandina what she is missing in the rite of passage.
So, you
But
know what?
Is
right
the
now-
hammer still on
Actually,
the ground?
you know what, Vocath? Let's do this.
Oh boy.
I'm not touching it with my own hands, first off, because it looks disgusting.
Big B's hand.
Just I
For you, like a leather sweat rag. To
it's
you,
like I grab a rag out of my bag, and I go and I just grab it, and then I cast fly on myself and pop up in the air.
Nice.
You hear Harshnag's like, oh, clever. clever girl. Oh, and he nudges Vokath where Vokath wants to be all big, and you can roll against it or whatnot. But
No, I'm no comparison to a process.
if you see Harshnag, even as a mini, he's a big, very large for a giant. He's got that white dragon as a as a helm, and he's wearing plate mail.
So I just look at Vokath. I'll look at you, Vokath. I'm like, is this good enough? Is this good enough for
It's
you?
wonderful. It's wonderful.
I just drop it.
Tempest.
It's like,
Tempest. You hear him say, "Oh." Why do I sound like Jabba the Hutt?
I'll pick the hammer back up.
Oh.
You have done me a great deed today.
That's the only time I'm touching that.
All right.
From
Well,
now- Man, I have a
God's
battle axe in
strength
the other room,
satisfied,
too.
are we not? We are wasting time deliberating on the details, the semantics of this.
Agreed.
We should get prepared.
Let's see. How much
We
money
may be
do we
dead
have?
men.
How much
and
money
women.
do we have?
I have 150.
Yeah, I've got 150. That's funny.
So you've got 150. Torn has 150.
You guys were both handed your first 30 days in the end of the last session. So you guys have 150 as well.
We can buy potions of healing. Like it from the players, the regular potions.
Yeah. Do you guys have potions of healing?
I do now.
Well, you got to go to Burton's.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah. So
yeah,
let's go down to Burton's and see what we can pull out of him.
Burton's bandages and boo-boos. Yes. Excellent.
Yes. Oh shit.
I'm looking at my inventory. I spent every last ounce of gold I have to get this armor, and it's
So along
so
the
worth
walls
it.
of Mithril Hall, there are, cutouts, right? Where you can see light on the inside. So they're using valuable space. There's a tavern here. It's kind of empty, but there's like 5 or 6 shield dwarves in there throwing shit around, moving down. You got your classic, jetting from perpendicular from the building that's in the wall itself. Think of Petra. But inside this cave, you'll see. Hey, Tor, you with us, buddy? I see your things.
Yeah, I'm still here. I was messing around.
No worries. You see, Burton's, and it looks like a pick and a sword, as their thing. So it looks like there's multiple, in a bag. You know what I mean? Like, but it's well lit on the inside. You can look in. You see like 4 rows of shelves. Deep within there, you see the classic general store counter, and there's like you see a head kind of bouncing around a little bit. It's got 2 goggles, on top of, it's classic gnome. You know what I mean? You got to have goggles on your head, looking kind of, like
the gnome yarmulke. It's just goggles.
yeah, but not a deep gnome, but like a cold up skin still. Like, he's supplementing income. Haley is supplementing income with this general store, and also does some mining stuff, as one would in Mithril Hall. A new booming, business area. So, like I said, this is your D&D. If you guys want a player handbook and shop, if you guys want to go to a bar, if you want to press into the cold north, go for it. It is summertime too.
Well, I'm good for the cold
for
weather.
anybody watching, it's always the season that the season is when we play. It just makes it easier.
Nice.
I know for me, I'm good for cold weather. I don't know about everybody else.
Same.
Same. I am not affected by the cold.
Okay. I've got Ugg boots on, so I'm good.
Yes. Fuzzy.
You did get there's dire wolf kind of like cloaks and stuff like that were passed to you guys in the last session as well, because I think the question was, can we get cold weather gear? And I think
That's
What we'll say is that was the only freebie from Dagnabbit and Henry. So we'll say for Torn as well, you can get a sick direwolf quote. So I'll describe it first if you want it that way. I love you having agency of your own character's appearance. Cloak that can think of it wraps over like a football jacket in the winter, like it's long to the toes, and you can wrap it around you like a third this way and around, and a big old cowl to mask your face down to here to keep you out of the snow.
There you go. Yeah, because I didn't have a shirt on, so that works out.
Yeah, just popping pecs everywhere.
Right.
Dude, I
Just
dig it. I
let
love
them
it.
have it.
Toss me a berry.
Looking at
Here you go.
Blendina.
I'll do it. Look, too bad you're not on camera because I'm out peck popping right now. DM.
I'm peck popping at this very moment.
Haley, do you have potions of healing by chance? We're plumb out.
Haley, yeah. Potions, of course. Booming business from Luskin. Yeah. And there's crates. She's like, I have generous discount potions. Potions that didn't necessarily hash out. Those are cheap. 10 gold pieces. They may say you grow, but I'm not sure what's going to grow. And healing potions could have some side effects. But if you want a healing potion, 50 gold pieces baseline for a normal health potion.
So I'm gonna say that I took the crate of random potions that we had from before. From Mirren, I took all those.
I already did that arc. Okay, you already got that one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Potions
I've got this crate of also random potions. Can we trade for?
I've got enough discount potions. And you can clearly tell that Haley was trying to get rid of her discount potions. I don't think I'm all. Oh, very nice. I think I'm okay.
Okay. Well, I will take 2 potions of healing.
Are you sure? 2. Okay. She
with
puts,
side
like,
effects?
sprigs of lavender, and she puts it in a bag, and you're watching this go down. You know what I mean? Like Love Actually. And there's cinnamon and and cinnamon sticks, and pours those in there, puts the health potion, and puts a wax stamp on it that says Haley Burton's. You know what I mean? No one's picked up on this yet. And kind of does another one, and it's in another thing, and kind of hands that off to you guys.
I'm not familiar with Haley Burton. Sorry.
Halliburton's? Come on,
Oh, Halliburton. Sorry. Well, thank you. Volkath, I don't know if you needed anybody else need some potions or anything else. I don't know.
No. I'd only trust my own vetted sources through the Silver Fang Trading Company, but I'll be fine.
I will take one that makes you grow.
Okay.
Happens to a lot of guys.
Yeah. So there's a 10 gold piece.
Yes.
Just for you and for anybody else in the audience that wants this to go down. There is a blue potion, and it says potion of, growth, right? And it kind of swirls it around, and just like, I don't know, could be an arm, could be an ear, but these were unsuccessful. But it says if your ear lasts for more than 4 hours, to seek out a cleric, but you are of Tempest. But here you go.
I take it.
Okay. 10 gold pieces. Okay. Can't wait to see how this plays out.
I'm taking 2 potions of healing as well.
All right. You're down 100. So it's 110. Same thing. She wraps things up. And, you can see that, potions of, you're in Mithril Hall. Potions of healings are not rare, right? Like that rare here. Mithril Hall has been a booming kind of militaristic place. It's definitely got a Citadel vibe. As you've walked into this place, you see fatal funnel after fatal funnel, kill box after kill box to get to where you're at. Like Brunor isn't trying to make this place a fancy Airbnb. Like This is like, you know, Air D&D.
I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, boys, do we want to just head out now, or do we need to?
Dude, somebody in the universe create Air D&D and make that a place. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
God, yes.
fully make that. Okay, sorry, Blandino. Go ahead.
LLC is already created.
Yeah.
So, boys, do you want to just head out now, or do you need some time to I don't know, maybe clean up, please?
Clean up.
They'll just get dirty again, I think. Am I understanding that correctly?
Oh,
You see Haley like trying to brush off the coal and you know what I mean? Brush off the rock and stuff like that that's on her face because you're making her, clearly, self-conscious because you're super pretty. You know what I mean? And Haley also, you know what I mean? She tightens up her hair and
Perhaps my Goliath musk is distracting to you?
not in a good way.
We don't need to bath.
Oh, well, then I will just prestidigitation you so you smell.
Torn fights better when he's dirty.
I'll just say we're wasting time.
See?
Then let's get on the road. Oh, fine, let's go.
You say it in a very smoldering way, and Haley's just like
Swoon.
delicious.
Well, I look at Haley. It's like, thank you, Haley. You've been, you're a lovely gnome, and keep up the good work.
She's like, before you leave, she's like, please. And does she see? You see, she's got like this, like a sharp, like needled knife, and would like you guys to make your mark on her counter. You know how like, oh, I sold Terry Bradshaw ate at this restaurant. She just wants you, you know what I mean, to say that you were here because you guys are kind of renowned. The heroes of the green fields and Blandina. One of the grifters of Everland and
I'll take it, and I'll just.
I will stop Blandina and say, we are dead right now.
Oh, that's right.
Not yet, my friends. We have time.
Inspiration.
I'll go.
Well done.
Watch this.
In your first 30 minutes, you stayed on task, bro. Well done.
I'm gonna hit her counter with my hammer.
Oh, okay.
Not full strength. I don't want to break
Yeah,
it. Just enough to put a dent in
You
it.
guys aren't dead, so this is fine.
So
Yeah.
I'll still take the needle, and I'll write, "We weren't here,"
Nice. Okay.
and that's it. That's all she gets.
Yep. Mithril Hall keeps her secrets, except for the business. We must get booming.
Yes, and I will nod most agreeably to that, especially and say, good things are coming to Mirabar. Just you wait. Just you wait.
We look forward to it.
Okay, boys, let's get on the
And,
road.
All right.
Harshnag's
On the road
outside,
again.
Like, he's got like a, he did some things and talked to some folks, and he's got some hardtack that's with him as well. Some meat sticks, and he just starts walking towards like the main gate and just starts peeling off outside. Sorry if I forget what the names of the the main gates are for Mithril Hall, but I promise you Google has it. You guys leave
The gates of Mithril Hall. That's
yeah, it's got a fancy name. Yep.
The shiny gates. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. And they you guys depart. When you leave, Harshnag is waiting for you, out front. He does this, but his axe, is facing down, kind of like leaning on it, like standing tall, very good posture with his adult. As an adult dragon, I would say he's big enough to have like a youngish adult, dragon, plate helm on his head, and looks at Savathor, Blandina, and Torn and Vokath.
I'd like to make a note that I'm staring him in the eyes.
I'm sorry. Oh no, go ahead. No, after you.
No, I was just saying I'm staring them directly in the eyes, like more like a admiration or like someone I want to be one day.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Wait. DM takes back. Noted. I like, dudes getting to be who they want to be. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's important to know these things. Okay, so, grabs his axe and he points north and he's like, well, follow me after you. And he points towards and he describes to you, if we move a day the north of the Lurkwood, south of the Fell Pass. So basically you can see the spine of the world's just climbing up almost not necessarily like Himalaya, but think of the Andes maybe. Okay. Going up to tens of thousands, not 20s of thousands of feet, but on the first pass of these, you can see the 5 to 6,000s, like right there, the initial ones, and describes like going up. There's a few passes, and I'll do this. Does anybody want an order of movement before we go? Because I like to. Is this session 0 again? So what I like to do is I'm gonna go slow on the first one. So it's noon. You guys are leaving. Only one person has a horse that I'm tracking. That's Savathor. And Blandina has a war goat from Felbar. Harshnag walks, but he walks at like 10, almost 10, 8 to 10 foot per. But you know what I mean? Like it's a normal kind of gait. The two biggins, you can stride up with them. You can see in this mountain, the horses probably and the goat are probably going to be more pack muley kind of, you're not going to be riding much, but you're going to save their feet or their hooves or whatever, probably going to be dismounted. You can pick up on that. So I'll save you a little bit of the handling because we came in a little late. We're going to move along. So you're going to move along a crisp 8 to 9 hours. What I'll describe you is most of the folks will go to Mithril Hall, but not a lot of folks are breaking around the north of the Lurkwood and the base of the spine of the world. And what you see, Savathor, is a pretty sizable 1 to 2 kilometer plain that's behind the forest and the Lurkwood. It looks pretty travelable. Travelable, that's a word. To get you to the valley of so you guys saw a map when you were in Mithril Hall, and you can bring it up on Google or whatever, that the valley of Kadrun is roughly 2 to 3 days away, following the Lurkwood and the spine of the world without getting up into the cold weather. But where you can see where you're at here, it's pretty decent terrain. You'd think that it's rough, but think of rolling hills inside of a forest, right? So the Lurkwood where you guys are at has, tall trees, but once again, it's fern on the bottom. So you can see a good clip underneath these trees, right? So if someone would want to create a trade route or something like that through here, no one's really thought of this side. Feel me? Okay.
I'm so happy right
I
now.
like warming people up to where they're at. No one is feeling the bite of the cold weather. It's actually a pretty nice day, right? Normal fowl rolling around, your average white-tailed deer, nimbly bimbly, you know what I mean? Bouncing around, drinking from a creek or two, hawks and eagles. It smells like really good nature. Blandina, pine cones and stuff. You can ride your goat through here if you want to. You know what I mean? You side saddle, I can only presume.
Absolutely.
Harshnag booking through. You guys make it your first 20 miles in a day because you guys are well rested. I'm going to give you 20 miles through here. So halfway through the Mirkwood, you guys stop. So I'm going to go around and say, what do you guys do and all you have to say when you rest, standard. Okay. What is your standard? And I'll start with Blandina because she's done this before with me. Blandina, it's preparing for a long rest. What do you do on a standard night? You know what I mean? To defeat your exhaustion, to rest, to get ready. So go for it.
I constantly am reading my spellbook, and even more so right now, with this
Yeah,
brand new set of spells that I've had to just I've spent the last week copying these brand new spells down, so I'm just poring over my spell book. And then I go into my trance. I only have to have 6 hours to do that to get a full rest. So whoever needs the full 8 hours.
You still have two spell books, right? You've got the web looking one and this one, right?
Yeah, if it makes sense, I would have left the other one with Henry for safekeeping. It's like, I'd say, bring this back to Lady Lariel for me, so that it stays.
So you gave Gronk's
Yes.
spellbook when he was a kid to the Archbishop of Waterdeep. Okay, all right, playing it tight.
And
Basically, what you're saying is you don't want any side quests following you guys anymore.
No.
Got it. Copy.
And,
Okay.
and it's like, give this to Lady Lariel for safekeeping.
Got it. Okay. So you're pouring over your stuff. You're sitting there drinking from your mug and your Uggs that are keeping you warm, and you're doing your thing. So I'm gonna follow the map, and I'm gonna go to the right. I'm gonna go to Histifer, the artist formerly known as Histifer. He's now Savathor to the party. Histifer to people who don't know him, but that's a whole nother story. Histifer, slash Savathor, what do you do in a normal standard long rest?
Let's see. So normal standard long rest, I am strumming my lute in a gentle, subtle, not like trying to draw attention, but the most like video game rest screen. The flamenco, but slowed, just like half speed flamenco. And in that, always offering, if I understand it correctly, the blessing of the world serpent, as I have historically to my party members. If they ever want it, when I'm kind of playing this music, they get the benefits of having resistance to poison damage and advantage against poison saving throws. And I do that either in the morning or evening, or depending on what kind of travel arrangements we make, because I just get it back, so I might as well. But also I feel like I'm doing the world serpent justice, which upon later pieces of my story will make more sense. So if my party members want this blessing as I play this music, you'll see these spectral, beautiful, like coming from the lute, these projections of snake magic rolling over your arm. And you can either just kind of say, I don't want any of this protection magic, or you can accept it and feel that it's like almost like glowing, imbued, like a tattoo for a day.
I feel the holophoner from Philip J. Fry when you're playing this thing. But anyways, Harshnag
and then
sits next to you as you play, and just chills. This is his vibe.
I offer it to him as well, and you guys can decide in character. And then I also, because uniquely to this long rest, we are in a place that I have obsessed over. And I am drawing the cartography maps for the future expeditions, and as well as going over the correspondence with the leadership of the Chill, the monstrous mercenary company that holds domain over here, and just kind of trying to more create the dialogue I want without knowing who their leadership is. But it's basically giving them a heads up. Someone out there known as Savathor Bainray wants to meet up with them.
Okay. So you're tracking the Chill.
I'm tracking the Chill. The people who
as market dominion up here. I love it.
They're a threat to anyone who doesn't pay homage.
Got it. Okay. We're gonna go with Jeremy / Vocath. What do you do on a normal long rest?
Always gets the food rolling.
Okay.
Big boy, big metabolism, loves to eat, but he's not good at cooking. But he'll like work it around to the entire anybody who wants to share in his concoctions on the campfire are welcome. We'll sing off key and like just the wrong words to any song he thinks he maybe recognizes. Maybe Histifer starts playing something. It's clearly not that. Like and Vokath just kind of like hums or sings along with inappropriate and wrong words, like just horribly wrong.
So, like when you start whistling and someone else tries to whistle a different song while you're whistling.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Exactly.
pet peeve. Yeah, yeah.
If I need to do a performance check to hold my concentration on performing the right song, I will.
This is good. This is good. That's good tension that could may break. You know what I mean? I love it.
Yeah, he has a set of dice that he'll play. He would be willing to play cards or like even dragon chess. Again, doesn't know how to play those, but Vokath is incredibly game and competition oriented. Like anything can be a competition to Vokath. So it might even be like who can clean up the campsite the quickest and get it organized. He doesn't care. And he's always competitive to be just a little bit of ahead of everyone. And then finally, once fed and maybe played a game or sung a song or two, that's when he finally like begins to chill out. And then once he's asleep, he's gone. Like the head goes down and he's done.
Okay. All right. After you've done your shift, Tori / Torn, what do you do on a normal long rest? What are your patterns there?
Preferably. Now, I just got a question. Now, we did see white-tailed deer. Any
Yep.
bears around? Any bears? No.
I mean, yeah, you roll a nature check, and I'll let you know if there's a bear.
Let me see. The 20. Roll it. No, I just want to roll one. Damn it. Roll.
Nature survival. I like, you know what I mean? Like if you're wrestling somebody, I like you to be able to use what's best for you. You know what I mean? Like athletics or acrobatics. So it's kind of shooter's choice when I ask you like, how high are you going to do this? If you can be like, I'd rather use wisdom to figure this out.
All right, so we got a nature or animal hand. Nah, it'd be nature. It'd be nature. All right, so +2. Let's roll it. 3 + 2, 5.
Yeah, not really tracking anything. Maybe up into the mountains, but it's pretty warm. They are probably cruising around. You could probably attract a bear if you wanted to like really get the stank up. You know, you think from your experience, leave some track, but you might be bringing in other folks.
Well, normally I would like look around, see if there's any animals around.
Okay.
I really vibe with the animals. That's actually the thing with my character. My character is more like think Wolverine. My character prefers to be outside, prefers to be in nature. So normally during a long rest, what Torn King would do is actually kind of go off to the side a little bit, kind of away from the group, just a little bit. Maybe find a nice rock or a tree, and he would just kind of sit, and if there was a bear or white-tailed deer or something like that, he would try and like speak to him, because I would cast speak to animals on myself. Is that right? Yeah.
Hey,
so I would cast it on myself.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
This is awesome, and this is day one for you. You know what I mean? Like, there's a black bear in the Lurkwood. You're cruising around in your normal routine. You know what to look for. Little like the droppings that they have. You kind of just like chill. You're putting out that vibe because you can speak with animals anyways. There's a musk about you, and man, if bear are your joint, you know, one will come up. It may not be friendly or not, but I'll give you a, go ahead and cast it and see what happens. You see one. You see like a berry bush about 100, meters away from you. There's a raspberry bush, and it just starts like, jostling, and you're like, yep, that's a bear. So I'm gonna give you, for your character, since we've been doing this a while, I'll say for the past, 6 levels, you've been, if bear is what what you're most keen to, you can pretty much find one if you take the time to do it, or like within a couple days. and you know, as like almost a sign from the gods that you're on the right path, you see one. You vibing with that?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Realize the bear are kind of low intelligence, but you can speak with them.
Right. Well, my mission is to kind of just see if I can get any kind of information, whether it be aggressive or not. What I'm looking for is to see if there's anything passed through here or find out more about what's going on in the area.
Okay.
If it's super aggressive,
Yeah.
the bear, you know, maybe this bear has run into others, you know, maybe giants or maybe something foul in this land, and that should tell me everything that I need to know. I would like to have a verbal conversation, like, hey, you know, I mean, I wouldn't say hey, but you get my point. Like, I would
I got
approach
you.
the bear.
You basically ask them some stuff, and you know, the bear just I know this. Describes to you. This is good. This is good. Give me one sec.
That's for
I
you,
love that
BP.
hat. I love that hat, man. There you go. Damn.
This is the hat of wizardry.
There you go.
You know, bear. You know, describes the farthest bear go. What are they called? Oh, come on! I just had it in my brain. Great Worm Tribe. Great Worm Tribe. New chiefs.
Okay.
Bro, cold lady.
Cold lady. Okay.
Cold lady.
And the
just,
last.
and just kind of, you know, no mountains, and just you hear the berry bush kind of sway a little bit. You can ask one more question.
I was just gonna say, is it cool if I rest here? Would you mind? You know, being respectful to the bear. Like, would you mind if I rest here? If he says no, I'll find another spot.
The bear rolls in the berries it already took, creates a, you know, where it's at, takes a lot of, like, rubs its, you know, back, stands up, and you can see like a bed of its fur on top of the thing, and just you hear shh, and it just kind of walks off. And that was touching.
That's
Yeah.
good news.
Okay.
And I'll chill out.
Okay. All right. You guys, does someone stay up? Is someone? It sounds like Vokath sleeps. Sounds like Torn sleeps. If anybody's played Dungeons and Dragons before on Session 0, we can have a learning. You know what I mean? a learning moment.
If someone tells me I need to keep watch, I won't go to sleep.
I
you
only
don't
go
wanna keep
trance.
watch, that's
I
fine.
only trance for 6 hours. So
That's like sleep, though, isn't it? Uh-oh.
It's sleep. It trances asleep.
It's sleep.
We do have a giant with us.
We've down this road before.
We have
We're
a giant
kinda
with us. That's a pretty good. Don't fight us. We have a giant.
He's there. Yep. And
Yeah.
you know,
Actually,
he leans against.
it's only 4 hours. It's only 4 hours, not
Yeah,
even
what's
6.
Hissifer doing?
Christopher's playing a lute as a
I'm playing-
Windows screen.
Yeah, but did anyone accept the blessing of the world serpent?
Oh, I did,
but I
it's
was
a
familiar
tramp stamp.
with it, so I didn't even you remember we did that before, so I was already familiar with it. So me, it's just normal. I know whenever I'm around, you know.
Do you
I'm
tell us
always-
the benefit? Do you tell us the benefit
Yeah.
of it?
I explain that those who bear the mark of the world serpents cannot be so easily poisoned, and poison that would normally kill a man, it only hinders, if anything.
Then yes. If it makes me stronger.
It makes you stronger.
So it
and-
materializes on me as a serpent going up my spine, and but you can't see it.
And then it just embeds itself for the duration, which is, I think, 1 hour. But I hadn't gotten a chance to use it, so I use it before knowing I'm going to get it back. Any opportunity I can for the world serpent, and I will probably stay up for half the shift, and then once you're done transing, our usual you and I survival Blandina has been. I'm shift 1, you're shift 2, I guess.
Arsnag, just from his PTSDs, he's up, like he sleeps, he takes a little ranger nap, like and then he's up, and kind of messes around, but he's very quiet and he just kind of sits there. And when you guys wake up, his eyes are always open. But he
Okay.
sleeps some. You get the sense that he's kind of sleeping, but you get the sense that, being the level that he's at, he's kind of always doing stuff. So you get the sense that when you're around him, kind of sleep comfortably.
Yeah. I'll sleep against the horse that I have.
Okay.
And the reason for that is to just kind of have that closeness with the animal that I bonded with. But also, if the horse can sense something, if there's a change in its breathing and vibe when I'm sleeping, and it kind of has that moment of fear, hopefully that presence of awareness will bleed over to me.
Okay. Okay, so you guys, for your obligatory long rests, as we kind of montage through things, you spend the next day and a half traveling, kind of same paths. Now think of these, he breaks to the north, and you go over a craggy kind of rolling hills, but they're rocky, right? So think of slate rocks that are kind of difficult to walk. So it slows you down a little bit as you go over these slate, it's almost like plates that slide off, and the ankle breaker rocks and stuff. The goat is like clippity clappity. I love this, but the horse kind of slows you guys down. The horse is like steps and goes easy, steps, goes easy. Make overall animal handling, Savathor. And on your horse for getting you, through the terrain.
Okay.
And I won't make you do it again. This is basically you dealing with this horse, you know what I mean? Like for this trip.
Yeah, I do a 10. And I can, if I need to, speak with animals. Think. I don't know if I have that prepared right.
If you
I got a 10.
10's it's slow going, and you can either book it or not. You know what I mean? So
Right. If I just want to kind of keep pace.
okay.
In increments. Like I don't want to fall behind, and if I, need to do something differently, I'll do.
So the horse kind of is hating it. You know what I mean? There is no real technique. It probably, if you guys were on a timeline, you lose about a day. Day 3, you come down into the valley of Kadrun, where it's a steep into a where the river comes down off the mountain, right? And it's carved its way through here for years. Some places are deep drops, but where you guys cross and Harshnag lets you know where you're at. And this is where he lets you know that we're gonna go up over top of those 5,000 foot peaks, and it's gonna become a nightmare. So you guys, what's up?
Can he carry the horse? If there's like it's kind of like a little dog to him, right?
True. Yep. And he can do this. He can do this with his axe. He can pick it up. He's not gonna move that fast. You know what I mean? So picks up the horse. The horse.
Whenever the horse is slowing down to give it a break. I'm not saying the whole time.
Aid. Yeah. I cast aid because Harshnag instinctively casts aid on things to try to help when no one does. He rolled an 8.
That's cool.
He tried to aid. You know what I mean? But you can roll again if he's casting aid, right?
Can I real quick?
He's eating.
Can I try to make the horse not hate it so much and push a little harder to make it easier?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that with the communication though, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So are you guys giving me the help action, or are we giving?
I'm trying to give
the help.
Everybody's giving the help action, so roll again. Okay. Everybody's trying to figure this out so you guys can kind of move along.
12.
Okay. Hey, gets through it. You guys basically take a moment as the horses, there's always one liability buddy in the party. In this case, it was the horse, and you guys work through it. You guys adjust the saddle, you adjust equipment on him, you displace equipment where Harshnag puts stuff across his belt. One of the saddlebags is handed to Torn to throw over his shoulder. Bam. You know what I mean? The horse is like, bro, I'm trying to do this, but these saddlebags are like, it's making it miserable. And if you know what I mean? So you guys basically took a lot of the kid off them and you guys moved out. All right.
Love that.
Dungeons and Dragons. So you guys move around and you start working your way up.